want to start a fitness routine you're actually going to keep, like no fluff, no bullshit, you want to actually stick to your routine this year, first of all, making a New Year's resolution as to, okay, I want to go work out, it's way too vague, way too broad. If you've been making that same goal every single year, there's a reason why you're not accomplishing it. So I'm gonna break down some of my 10 best tips for actually starting a fitness routine that isn't actually a routine. It's gonna be part of your lifestyle. One of the most important things you need to remember is that you need to turn fitness into a lifestyle. It's not something to dread, it's not a task to just check off. It's gonna be part of your life and you're gonna love doing it. I grew up as a competitive dancer, so from the age of 3 all the way through high school, I went to school, went to dance, that was it. So I was used to being an athlete and working out all the time. When I had to discover my own fitness routine without that structure of being a dancer, that's when I learned about yoga and I started weight training and all of that, and that is what I do currently. Now I do something slightly different like every day of the week, and I rotate between intense vinyasa and power yoga, weight training, and some types of like more functional bodyweight Pilates type movements. And a lot of that stuff I learned as a dancer, so I was lucky in that regard. And I also do cycling as my cardio of choice. I used to run a little bit when I was in college, but that's super rough on the body. I like cycling more now, and that's what I do. I'm also a certified personal trainer. I am a registered yoga teacher, so I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this since I was a baby, basically working out and being active, and it's definitely one of the most important things in my life. So the first thing you need to figure out is your why. And that's probably why you haven't actually achieved that goal of becoming the fitness girl that you always thought of. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want that consistent routine? If it's something vain like, oh, I want to be skinny, I want to lose weight, I want to look a certain way, I want those Pilates arms, that's not deep enough. You need to really sit with yourself, do some journaling, do some meditation, really dig into it and figure out why you want to start this consistent fitness routine. And what are you gonna be able to accomplish once you have that? So think about your life now. What is your life gonna look like once you are that consistent fitness girl that you have always dreamt of? Maybe you wanna be healthier, but why do you wanna be healthier? Is it because you want to fix your mental health? You want to just feel better in your body? You wanna fix your sleep? Like there's different things that you can kind of dig deeper into. Like there's usually a broader goal, a broader why, but dig deeper into those little segments. For me, if I don't work out every morning at 4 a.m., I just can't do the rest of the day. I am so anxious. My mental health is like just thrown out the window. Like I just can't think about anything else. I have to get my anxieties out through my working out. So like that's what I do in the morning. That's why I cannot start my day without working out. It centers me. It makes me able to function for the rest of the day. So it's just super important for my mental health and for my well-being, for just my focus on the day, is to do it right in the morning. So that's also a reason why I do it right when I wake up, because I won't be able to do anything else. So figure out your why and then go from there. The next thing is, don't worry about the perfect time. Guess what? It's February already. So if you didn't make a New Year's goal, whatever, it's fine, because it doesn't matter, especially when it comes to fitness and like health and wellness and those types of goals that people make. It doesn't matter when you start. Yes, there is something to be said about making a New Year's resolution. There is that like extra motivation of, wow, like let's start now. It's a great time. There's so much like positivity around it. There's also a lot of negativity around it. But don't worry, you don't have to wait for another day. You don't have to wait until Monday. You don't have to wait until, oh, I'll start on the weekend. Don't worry about that. Start right away. Right when you figure out your why, that's when you start. Right when you know exactly why, what you want to get out of it, that's when you're starting. There's never going to be a perfect time. You're going to be like, oh, well, actually I have some vacation coming up like in 2 days. I shouldn't start now. No, start now. Just start. Don't worry about it. That is like the least thing you should be concerned about, is starting on a specific day or making some grand entrance into the fitness world. You have to find what you love. Now everyone's gonna tell you to do something else. There's gonna be, right now the craze is Pilates, but you don't have to do that. The other thing is running, right? Run clubs, but you don't have to do that if you hate running. You don't have to. And you don't have to go to the gym and lift weights. You don't have to do that either. You don't have to do yoga. You don't have to do all these different things. You want to find what you love. Now, I am going to say that you should find a few things that you love, because if you're going to keep doing the same workout every single day, you're going to not only burn out your mental health, but your body too. You need to do some cross training. So find a few different activities, right? So maybe you do love lifting weights, so you go, you lift weights, and then you also like walking. So you take a nice 30-minute, hour-long walk every night. Mix things together. So you have like a few different options, right? So you can actually like fill out the entire week with different activities that you love. Maybe they're nothing that's like strictly like fitness focused. Maybe you're, playing like a rec sports club. There's different things that you can do that aren't as fitnessy structured. And the other thing is, try fitness classes. If you really do not know where to start, you're like, I have no idea. I can't just do this on my own. I have no idea what I'm doing. First of all, you can hire a personal trainer for a short amount of time. I don't think you should ever be with a personal trainer for like long amounts of time. There's no need for that. Once you learn what you're supposed to be doing, you kind of establish a nice routine with them, that's good. You don't need to keep them now and be throwing your money away forever. And that's me. I'm a personal trainer telling you that. So you can do that, have some one-on-one training, or you can take some group fitness classes and kind of see, all right, do I like cycling classes? Do I like Pilates classes? Do I like yoga classes? Do I like weight training classes? Do I like dance fitness? There's all different things that you can do. So in the beginning stages, go ahead. Go on Groupon, there's different free, like the running clubs. A lot of them are free, just show up and start running. Go out, kind of test the waters. It's okay to have this testing phase right now. Go and see what you like if you really don't know where to start and you do need that help. You also need to start small and be realistic with yourself. Do not think, all right, I'm gonna work out for like an hour every single day at this exact time, like fully intense. I'm never gonna skip. I'm never gonna have to like switch things around. No. First of all, if you are starting from ground zero, right? You're total beginner. You have nothing going on. There is no fitness. There's no activity. You need to start small. I didn't just randomly start with these routines of like waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and working out for hours. No. It was very small increments. Like I woke myself up like a little bit earlier, like over the progression of years to establish the routine that I have now. I never even had the same structure of like routines that I do. They kind of all came together very slowly over the course of years. So you're going to be starting small, right? Maybe do a 30-minute yoga workout that you find on YouTube. Maybe then the next day you do 45 minutes of walking after dinner or something with a friend. Start making these smaller goals and just keep adding on to them, right? So then instead of 30 minutes, now you're going to do a 45-minute class. Easy things like that. You're just going to add a little bit, and then believe me, you will accumulate the perfect, well-designed fitness routine for your life. It's just going to take some time, and don't worry, that's okay, because you already started, right? That was the hardest part. You found your why, you started. Now it's just building onto it, and it's always changing. It's always evolving. My routine still changes. I change things up all the time. So it's not going to be set in stone. It's going to be evolving, and you're going to start small. Be realistic. Don't burn yourself out. It's going to be okay. Now you're probably thinking, all right, but I don't have time, right? That is like one of the biggest things that people always say is, I don't have time. You do have time. You do have time. Check your screen time on your phone and tell me how long you were scrolling TikTok today. Right? So you do have time. You just need to switch some things around. So when people say they don't have time for something, that means it's not a priority, right? Right now, when fitness is not an ingrained habit in your lifestyle, you kind of have to make it a priority to then become a lifestyle, and so you don't have to think about it, right? So I don't even think about it. I just know what I'm doing. It's just what I do when I wake up. It's a non-negotiable. It just happens. There is no thought otherwise. Like there is no, oh, should I work out today? Oh, maybe I'll skip today. That doesn't happen. It does not even cross my mind. So yes, it takes a while to get there. Maybe you'll never get there, but you can't say you don't have time, because if you do want this and you do have a why and you started, then you're going to be able to find time. If you're going to work out after work or something, you need to cut out, the scrolling on the TikTok, because is that helping you get to your why? No, it's not. Is it helping you feel better about yourself? No, it's not. You probably feel worse after scrolling TikTok. 100%, right? In the morning, I personally, because I like to get it done with, it's done. I don't have to worry about it. I don't think about it, and I feel better about myself doing it in the morning. So I wake up early so I can work out. There's no distractions. I feel like I live two different lives. When I work out in the morning, like no one else is awake. It's a whole different vibe. Like the world is quiet, right? I get to listen to my podcasts while I'm working out, watch YouTube videos, read all the news on my phone and stuff. Like I make it such an enjoyable self-care, different type of like world for myself, right? And I found things I love that I'm also kind of multitasking, right? Because I'm reading the news, you know, in between sets, holding planks, reading stuff. I'm listening to all my podcasts in the morning, kind of make it like a 2-for-1. So you're finding time, right? Because now I don't have to read all this stuff later on. I don't have to distract myself with podcasts while I'm trying to get work done. So you can kind of think that way. You can maybe fit some things in together and multitask or multi-prioritize throughout the day. So, you know, you get a nice morning time, you wake up earlier, and again, that's small increments. You can wake up 15 minutes earlier, 30 minutes earlier until you get the amount of time that you need. You can even, you know, take your lunch break at work. If you have that, go out, do 30 minutes of a workout, and then, you know, I don't know how long you have. If you have an hour, then do 30 minutes of eating. Like, there's different ways you can fit it in. And remember, if you're starting small, even 15 minutes matters. It really does. You can go down, do a quick HIIT workout, right? 1 minute hard, 30 minutes rest, 1 minute hard, 1 minute rest, whatever you need, but you can fit it in. You can find time. You definitely can, because anyone who says they don't have time means it's not a priority. So find other things that you don't want to be priorities in your life, cut those out. I don't want TikTok scrolling to be a priority in my life, so I should nope, goodbye, and I'm gonna switch that with something else. Because yes, you're gonna take time away from something that you're used to, but you're now gonna make it into another habit that you want to actually have that's going to make you feel good. Ditch the all or nothing mindset, right? So you're starting out. It's not going to be consistent 100% of the time, right? What if you do miss something? What if you are sick and you have to miss a workout? Don't then turn that into an entire week of like missing your workouts. Don't be like, oh, you know what? I didn't work out yesterday. I guess I'm probably not going to do it today either. Or, oh no, I missed my morning workout. You know what? Forget it. I'm just not going to work out today. No, you can add something in later on in the day. You want to start the next day. Just pretend it never happened. Pretend the mess up, whatever happened, maybe your class that you had scheduled got canceled. Who knows? Maybe you couldn't make it. You find something else. Don't let one little hiccup derail the entire thing. Don't let 2 days pass. You want 48 hours to pass, right? So if you have a habit, right, and you do it, and then all of a sudden you miss something, that's fine. You missed one, just start the next day. But you don't want 2 sessions to be missed in a row, because then you're already now starting a habit of not doing it anymore. And it's going to be a lot harder to get back into that routine. So if you missed one, or something got messed up, or it got cut short, whatever, don't worry about it. It happens once in a while. Just forget about it. You're just gonna start new. Don't ditch the all or nothing mentality. Maybe you need a little more like tangible kind of progression, right? Because fitness, you're in it for the long haul, right? It's a lifestyle. This is not, you're not gonna work out for 1 month and then have a 6-pack. First of all, abs are made in the kitchen. Nutrition is a lot more important than your actual workout, but that's gonna be for another video. Nutrition, that's a whole other thing. For your workout, you wanna be able to track, that's awesome. What you can do, write it down, right? When I started doing my own routines and stuff, I did write my workouts down. You can track, you know, how many reps you did you lift heavier, different things like that, and see, oh wow, I was only able to lift 10 pounds, now I can do bicep curls with 15 pounds. You know, those small things are really awesome to see, and sometimes it's fun to even just track your workouts. Like, yes, I get a star today because I did the workout, right? Have something visual. I like to keep a little calendar on my laptop that I have, and like one of my Gmail accounts I don't even really use, and it always pops up, and like while I don't even like look at it or need that anymore, I know it's there, and it's like, oh yeah, I have all these workouts, like everything's kind of scheduled there, and I see it. It can be nice to kind of, especially in the beginning, to see that all written out. So if you do want to write out your plan, make a little calendar. You can make the workouts like right away, so before you do them, they're all in there. then, fill them in, color them in, star them, whatever, when you've actually done them. So then you see it all, and then you know when you've actually done them. And when you make a calendar of them, it's easier to move things around. Let's say you have a Pilates class in the morning and then you do a 45-minute walk at night. Let's say you end up having some obligation at night and you can't do that 45-minute walk at night. Well, just move that walk to another day of the week. Switch things around. It's fine. As long as you're getting in your movement and you're doing everything that you need to within the week, it doesn't matter if you're doing it on a different day. Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Switch it around. You gotta move it. Maybe just move it earlier in the day. But it's a little bit easier because it's kind of like a puzzle. You can kind of fit the different workouts in if something happens and if something comes up. Another hiccup that people come across is motivation, right? Stop looking for motivation because it's fleeting. People are like, I don't have time. I'm tired in the morning. I don't want to do this. I don't have the motivation. I come home from work. I don't have the motivation to work out. I'm tired. That's an excuse. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is the key, right? You have to find the discipline within yourself to make your fitness routine consistent and make it part of your lifestyle, right? It's about creating that habit where it's just second nature. You just do it. It's a non-negotiable, right? It's a priority. It's a non-negotiable. You know your why in the back of your head. You just do it. I don't need motivation. No one's telling me to do anything. Who on earth would be motivating me to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work out? Only myself, right? You can only motivate yourself. You cannot find it externally. Even if that's a fleeting thing, right? So you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this like motivational TED Talk or something and then work out. Great, that might work for like a week or two, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, it wears off. It wears off very quick. It's not sustainable, right? The only motivation that does work is within yourself, within your mind, and that's actually self-discipline. And the best way to build that self-discipline is with repetition and consistency, right? One of my greatest traits is the consistency, right? I have been a food blogger since I was in high school. I have been publishing to my website for 11 and a half years, right? Most people would have quit way early on. They would have stopped. It would never have been anything. No, I don't care. Once I start something, I'm gonna keep doing it, right? Right now, I'm trying to become a famous streamer and a gamer. I don't really care that I don't have a lot of views on any of my platforms yet. Doesn't matter though. I know that I'm in it for the long haul and it will pay off eventually, right? So you have to be consistent, and with consistency, it's with repetition, which then builds a habit, which then builds a self-discipline, and it just becomes like a part of your life, right? So I wake up, I work out because that's what I've been doing for years now. What else? So you have to just trust the process, be consistent, remind yourself of your why. You're gonna build this whole like motivational like sphere around yourself, but it's not external, it's all internal. Stop making fitness a chore, right? It's not supposed to be a stressful thing. It should be fun. You should enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, you're doing the wrong workout. You're doing something wrong. Look, like it should not be torture. It should not be a punishment either. Because remember, abs are made in the kitchen. So your fitness is just the nice icing on the cake. It is not the main building blocks here for losing weight. That should not be a motivator for working out, is losing weight. That's not it. No. Working out allows you're gonna live longer, right? Do you wanna live longer? Yes, you do. So working out and finding that consistent routine is going to make you feel better. You're going to sleep better. You're just gonna feel better in your day-to-day life. You're gonna be able to like move around and not pull a muscle, and your back's not gonna hurt when you're 20. So you need to understand that fitness is such a good thing. And most of us do not get enough activity, right? If you have a 9 to 5, you're sitting behind your desk, hunched over, scrolling on your phone, looking at your keyboard, doing whatever, sitting in meetings, you're not walking around, all that kind of stuff. You're sitting in your car if you're commuting, especially if you're a remote worker, you're probably not getting up, moving around a lot. Your house isn't that big. You need to understand that fitness is fun. It's a great way to move your body and to keep yourself nimble, your joints healthy. You're gonna live longer. You're gonna have clarity. It reduces depression and anxiety 100%. You're gonna get better sleep, 100%. You're not gonna wake up sore and tired, 100%. Fitness is a good thing, and it's great to try new things, right? You don't have to stick with that same routine. You could throw in some other fun classes once in a while, because there's a lot of things that are fitness that you might not think are fitness, right? So if you're out going for a walk, biking different places, if you live in a city, it's a lot easier to get that like less structured working out in because you're walking a lot. You can bike places, whatever. Meet up with a friend. Maybe you do a nice Sunday long run with friends or something instead, you know, to change it up. Throw some fun things in there. It's all good. It should be fun and exciting, and you should feel good doing it. You should feel good afterwards. You should be excited to do your workout. And the last thing you have to remember is that no one else can do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. So it's gonna come back to knowing your why, making it a priority in your life, turning it into a consistent habit, which then snowballs and then turns it into a lifestyle. It's literally going to be the same as brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, taking a shower. It's going to feel good. You're going to feel good. It's all going to work out. And you totally can do this. You just have to commit. You got to know that this is what you want. It should not feel like a chore. This is not a chore. We're not adding on stress to your life. When you are able to establish that routine, you're going to be taking stress out of your life. It is such a stress reliever, like numerous studies, right? This is not like some woo-woo thing some random girl on TikTok is telling you. No, like it really will reduce your stress. You will feel so much better. You will feel so good about yourself from a mental standpoint to a physical standpoint. And then you're gonna live longer because fitness is that important. And just remember that you can do this. You are worth it. You are worth the effort. And once you establish that routine, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, wow, I am so glad I started at this point this year. I'm so glad I started this fitness routine because now it's like the highlight of my day. I love doing this. I found different activities I love to do. I've grown so much as a person. You can do it. You're worth it. 100%. Everyone deserves to be able to be active and feel good about themselves and get moving and just feel awesome. You totally deserve that. So now to wrap things up, remember your why. No time is going to be perfect. Find things that you love. Be smart and realistic about what you can accomplish right now. Build a routine that will fit into your lifestyle, and you could build onto it. It can be changing. You don't have to stick to the same thing. You realize after a week, wait a minute, this isn't really working. Let me like redo some things. Go for it. Ditch your all or nothing mindset. You know, just get back on the horse. You fall off, you get right back on. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Little hiccups are gonna happen. Track your progress, celebrate your wins, write it down. If you want to just keep it all to yourself, that's awesome. You can also tell a friend. They're gonna be like, hey, can I join you? Then you're gonna be like a positive role model for everyone around you. But don't look for that external motivation. It has to come from within, and it all goes back to that why in the beginning. And then with repetition and consistency, you build that self-discipline, and it just becomes a nice little habit. Keep things fun, change things up once in a while. It's okay. It should be enjoyable. It is not a punishment. If it feels like a punishment, you are doing it wrong. Please come reach out to me and I will help you. But no one's here to save you. No one's here to push you. You have to do it yourself. It's up to you to make that change and make that initial start. So just remember, when you start, you are going to feel so good about yourself. This is the time. This is the time. You're going to make that change right now. And then your entire life trajectory is going to change, right? Because you're going to feel awesome every single day. You're going to be like, wow, I'm so much more productive and focused throughout my days. I start my day. If you work out in the morning, you're going to be like, wow, I've already accomplished something that like the majority of people in the entire world have not. I've already knocked out an awesome workout. I feel energized and awesome. There you go. You're already starting your day off on a good foot, right? So you can do this 100%. 2025 is going to be your year. And if you're seeing this and it's not the beginning of the year, don't worry about it because there's no perfect time. Remember, you can start whenever. It's just find your why and dive right in. Just go. Just pick anything, I swear. I have some yoga clips and videos on my channel. Again, I will leave a link to my personal training, nutrition coaching, we do virtual yoga, all right? One-on-one. If you want to learn how to do it, it's all good, all right? Start small, build the habit. It will become a lifestyle. You will absolutely love it. I promise you. It should not be a chore. So leave a comment down below on what your why is or what you're thinking your why is. Let me know if there's any hangups that you're struggling with, a hurdle that is stopping you from being consistent. Let me know in the comments. We'll help each other out. You guys can answer each other too. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys back here next week.